This week on therapy
or trash.
What the fuck was that?
Which
Why
part?
was it so like heavy
Or
metal?
trash.
That is not our vibe.
Yeah.
That's his vibe.
You gotta bring it. You gotta bring it. Oh, it should be WWE SmackDown.
No, it's
energy.
the Kool-Aid Man bursting through.
Yeah, that works.
I'll do Kool-Aid Man.
Okay.
Not WWE or not metal.
That's
not heavy metal.
Fine. Whatever. It's excellent. I know it's excellent. Kool-Aid Man's better though. You're right. All right, fine.
You bursting. Therapy or trash.
Or trash.
You're just holding garbage bags.
Aww. Poor guy.
Poor
Had
guy.
it rough. Haven't seen commercials for Kool-Aid in forever.
So this week we're going into valuing your energy.
We are.
Yeah.
I love this idea. Was it my idea or your idea?
You picked it.
I'm gonna say that I did this and it's my fault. I love this idea. So valuing your energy. I was thinking a little bit about how we are in new spaces and places and how we've been hanging out with new folks, and how do you value your energy so you know when to dive in and when to hold back a little bit, I mean,
yeah, it's tricky, especially if you're out there as an adult trying to make new friends. Life is lifing, and it's not always easy to carve out that time, and so it could be tempting to just like preserve it for people you already know. But then those relationships might have just gone in different paths, or different values, or those people just don't have the time, or
no, definitely
are as interested. So then you have to take the risk of either trying to take the time to navigate those past relationships, or trying to take the time to take the time to navigate new relationships.
Yeah.
Both require some vulnerability and
not everybody
figuring stuff out.
Not everybody, not all of our friends, not everybody's friends, handle kind of like the challenges and changes of like their roles the same. So like there are the parents that disappear, they're the people who like have kids and you never hear of them again.
You're talking about like our parents.
No.
Our friends who are parents.
Our friends who are parents. So our friends who are parents.
Or your friends who are parents.
Your friends who are parents.
Or you who are a parent now.
As a parent. They disappear into the parent thing and do nothing but being a parent, which totally makes sense to a lot of people. And I get that, but also
it's a big responsibility.
It's a huge, but also where are you taking time for yourself? Maybe you don't, maybe you do, but you can't make somebody do that.
Yeah.
So that's really hard. So like, you have to respect that and you get whatever you can from them, but that may not be enough anymore because you're like, you see them once in a blue moon, right? So
I know. And so either way, it's risky. It can be time consuming. There's definitely vulnerability on each side, whether you're trying to like, I don't know, force or encourage a past relationship to keep on like, hanging out with you.
Nurture.
Right? Poking. Like, hey, let's go hang out.
Hello.
Or if you're trying to make some new friendships and navigate that.
And I'm terrible at this stuff.
Well, why do you say that?
I'm not good at reaching out to folks. I like get in my own little world and I do my own little thing. And like, I'm like, oh, cool. And I don't even have kids. I have a very invested dog, and a cat. Like,
a very needy dog and cat.
Yes. So like, and so for me, it's hard to like, kind of like remember to then make those reaches because I always feel like I'm doing the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. So even for myself, even without kids, I will still run into that barrier. So even for myself, valuing my energy and remembering that is really important.
Right.
Because then if I'm spending time with people that I'm like, then I'm like, oh, but that's a waste. I should just do the things for myself.
Right. I know. Then it's like, what is it? Backwards FOMO.
Yeah. Oh my God.
It's like, oh no, I actually went out and checked things out and
it wasn't as good as you said it was.
I'd enjoy myself and my time more if I was at home eating a pizza.
Yeah, fair. Right. So valuing your energy. That's what I was like, this is kind of on point.
Yeah.
Talking about friendships, talking about all sorts of like themes regarding like personal growth, emotional intelligence. And I like the idea of like intentional relationships.
Yeah.
So we're talking a little bit about those today. Have a bunch of clips lined up. And we're going to talk whether or not it's therapy or
trash. trash. I try to do heavy metal trash.
Try to get right. Therapy or
trash.
Yes.
That's the Kool-Aid man. You see, he's coming out with he's
Ooh.
bursting through the fence with his big bags of garbage.
I feel like you're going through like a.
Well, because he's coming out with the garbage.
You're just busting through a
Gen
wall.
Z know Kool-Aid man?
Gen Z, do you know Kool-Aid man?
Let us know in the comments.
Yeah.
If you
might know them from
if you're
Family Guy.
watching or listening to this on demand.
Yes.
Or live with us, live streaming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know the Kool-Aid man?
Do you know?
He lives on Drury Lane.
No, it doesn't.
So
Don't confuse them.
Sorry. That's the Muffin Man. My bad. You saw Shrek, I'm sure.
I mean, I think you've been doing, I know you said that, it's challenging for you to remember. I think there's also for us like some ADHD stuff. We get hyper focused into things. But I think you've been doing a good job of
ADHD?
Of at least making that effort for those intentional relationships.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks. That is far more complimentary than I feel like it deserves. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
I try to.
Hear it.
And then as I'm looking at my old relationships, I'm thinking like which ones are like reciprocating, which ones whose values even still align with mine. So when we mention like intentional relationships, what do you mean by that?
I think so reciprocation is great.
Yeah.
I think creating intentional space for one another, which would be like, hey, let's get something together. Let's get together. Let's get something on the books. Let's do something let's do something specific. I'm free here or there or then in this time or whatever.
Lock it down.
And it's also, you try not to do it like 8 months from now. It's like, hey, let's.
That is so strong.
Because I
have a friend, you know who you are, who does this to me.
Yeah.
I have Christmas booked out and we're in July.
Yeah. So the problem with that is also like, if you only do that, because you're like, then it doesn't feel like there's a lot of value in the relationship. Your friend also doesn't only do that. So that's good. Right, but the idea is that like in that you need to make time that's small. Mm-hmm. You don't have to do these big sweeping things like, hey, let's take time to like make a phone call, let's say Thursday night, let's make a call and hang out for a little bit. Chat, maybe virtually have a drink or whatever you want to do, or just go for a walk and walk and talk.
I get in my head about like thinking about if this person's gonna be available for my call.
Yeah.
And so then I was like, do I need it? So then I text to try to like schedule a call, but then you're scheduling to schedule, so it's like, oh, screw it. I'm just going to pick up the phone, call this person, leave a voicemail. They'll call me back when they're ready. At least I could hear their recorded voicemail and they could hear mine, know?
That I put in the effort.
Yeah. So when you're talking about intentionality in relationships, you're talking about like people who reciprocate, people and both sides, and people who actually like move forward with making logistical plans.
Yes.
The value-based stuff.
Yes.
People who actually value their adult friendships and relationships, who have similar values in I don't know, like human rights that you have to chip in with these days. And hobbies and interests and
totally,
aspirations and stuff. That'd be nice.
Right? That's a lot. Yeah. So
it's a lot to consider.
Yeah, that was a lot. But yeah, so that's kind of what I'm talking about.
I'm guessing there's people online who have some thoughts and ideas around relationships, friendships, and then how to navigate this, especially in adulthood.
Yeah. Yep. Like, just everyone's got an opinion. Everybody ever. Some of them are good. Some of them not so good. We'll talk about these today. Okay. So to get us started, I felt like this clip was right on point. I felt like this is the one that kind of got the ball rolling into my head and around this stuff. Mm-hmm. So let's tee this thing up, and we're going to talk about whether or not this idea, this idea of energy here, therapy or trash.
Okay, so tell us about this clip.
And the clip, like I said, got us rolling. It is a bit about what energy looks like and how whether or not you're putting in more to something than you're supposed to.
I think this clip is another take on growth, and I'm listening.
Great, love it.
Is that accurate?
Yeah.
Okay. And of course.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh yeah. What happened to the audio? Audio problem.
Pause.
Cue
loud chair.
Loud chair. Make noise. Ready? Go. Distract the audience from anything else. We're going to fix the sound real quick. Output. And output is going to be...
That's correct. That's the way it was.
Okay. Let's try it again. Go to the clip in there. Oh, that's why.
Why are there so many things?
There's always more things.
Here we go.
Yes.
Y'all, I just seen a post on Instagram that said, don't correct the story anymore. Just outgrow the audience in peace. Listen to that again.
Yeah. A bunch of times.
Why did it take you so many times?
Because it's clever. It's quippy. It's interesting. I think this creator's got...
I feel like there's some kind of drama going on there for that creator.
For sure. But like, I feel like we write narratives around people or make excuses for others.
Yeah.
Don't rewrite the story for somebody.
And that's the challenge with maintaining like long-term friends, historic friends, childhood friends. Like, I'm just so amazed at people who have friends even from like high school.
Yeah.
Let alone like grade school. You have some like OG friends.
I do.
Yeah.
And like, our value sets still align in so many ways. There are ways in which we communicate that I feel effective, but it's also like, I don't feel like I have to push on those relationships to continue to develop them in a different way.
Yeah.
So like, they just are what they are. So I know who they are and I get who they are. So for me, that's a lot of acceptance.
Along with this creator's take on navigating, especially it seems like established relationships. Don't bother trying to change the narrative.
Yeah. When it's like when people when somebody shows you who they are, believe it.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like that. I feel like it hits that same point for me.
Oh, I don't at all.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because he's talking, it sounds like someone, his friends or people that he's in relationship with, they're heard some drama or gossiping about him. And he's like, I'm not going to try to fix this narrative. You're either going to like ask me directly or, you know,
I didn't get that at all
or know of me and then know that it's a bunch of BS, or I'm just going to like move on with my life and find other relationships that like know who I am.
Interesting.
And get me.
That's not what I got from that clip at all. I thought he was talking about like some of the other dynamics in around interpersonally, like you don't have to rewrite the script for people. So, man.
Listen again.
Yeah. It's fair, but I think like again, I go to like you don't have to change the narrative. You don't have to do anything with that narrative. When somebody you get to see who people are in the way in which they're talking about things, and the way they're.
I thought they were talking about like for him.
I don't know because he said he saw it on Instagram, so I don't think it was.
Yeah, well, he saw a post, so he's like relating to the post that said like, "Don't try to change the story, just change your audience."
Yeah, but
so the story's about him. If the audience is believing a negative story about him, he's gonna be like, well, I'm not gonna try to like convince you. You should know who I am. You should know my value. So I'm just gonna go change the audience and like leave this drama or these toxic relationships and then go find new relationships where people like see me for who I am. That's what I took from it. Like from his perspective,
okay, I get
the story's about him. I could see it from the other where it's like, so yours is like, he's talking about
people in general,
the narrative of other people.
No, just the people in general.
Yeah.
Like the story being something more like lofty, not just like so literal. So
we'll ask him.
Yeah.
We're going to stitch this with you. It's a cool as Josh with a K, like the Kool-Aid. It's right on point with Kool-Aid. KOOLASJOSH. We're gonna ask you, like, okay, were you referring to people narrative about you? And you're like, I'm not even gonna try
talking shit on the internet type of thing.
Or no, I think personally in his life, like I'm not gonna try to defend myself with you guys. You know, you should know who I am by now, or through my actions, and so. Believe what you want to believe. I'm not going to try to change this narrative.
I don't feel like it was that personal, but hey,
I think so. That's why
I don't think it was that personal at all.
Well, okay.
But all right, we'll see. We'll have to see this.
Or is it about other people in the narrative?
Sure.
All right.
Sure. But all right, all in all, is it therapy?
I mean, either way.
Is it therapeutic?
What do you think?
Hell yeah, it's therapeutic.
Which part of it?
Either one. Either one.
Same word.
Oh, fine.
I actually agree with you. But...
Yeah, sure. All right, so it's therapeutic either way. So whether or not it's finding people who have the same value set as you, or being able to let go of people who you know aren't accepting you for what you are, who you are.
Yeah.
Either way, the pathway of which emphasis you're going to put on whatever syllable you want, that's the important part. I think the important part is conserve your energy for the things that actually bring you growth and change. And I like that idea in there, and I think that's pretty solidified there.
Yeah, it's tricky these days on social media because there's a lot of people who are posting this and featuring this practice of like just cutting people off.
Yeah.
Emotional cutoffs and relationship cutoffs and ghosting people and then just moving on to find new people. And so my only concern is like moving on too quickly versus especially depending on who it is, if it's something you really care about, taking that time to have the conversation, and to work things out with our loved ones or our historic friends. I mean, that's how they last.
Yeah.
And at the same time, assuming you did that, assuming a person did try to address whatever conflict was there, what kind of negative narrative there is, and the person still wants to, see you through a negative filter or vice versa,
well,
then yeah, go find your people.
Yeah. So therapy.
Yeah.
All right.
Therapeutic.
It's therapeutic. It is not trash. So let's tee up number 2 here. I think this one is really great because it's also about like kind of outgrowing those imbalanced relationships. So this guy's got plenty to say about what is a balanced relationship but what's not. So let's take a look. Go for it.
I think one of the toughest pills to swallow in real time is when you sit back and you stop reaching out, you stop calling first, and you stop overextending yourself, and you quickly realize that the relationship that you thought was a fruitful bond was really one-sided all along. And that this person that you made the center of your life or an integral piece of your life did not have the same level of commitment to you as you had to them. And I honestly and truly believe that I am in the era in my life where I am not going to match people's energy, but I am going to strictly only give my energy to people that value it. There's no reason why I'm going above and beyond for you. I'm constantly communicating first. I'm constantly calling first. I'm constantly making an initiative for us to hang out. But there is no reciprocity when it comes to you repaying the favor. And if you ever mention these things to them, they'll constantly say that you're counting favors, you're trying to hold things over their head, or you're doing things with the wrong intent. However, if they understood the principle of these things and that it should be normal for you to reach out and check on your friend if they do the same thing to you, it would never be a disagreement in the first place because they would just get it. That's why I tell people all the time, you have to be able to discern who is emotionally intelligent enough to receive the type of love that you are capable of giving. And if they are not on that wavelength, then you need to deal with them accordingly. Not saying that you cannot associate with them, but you do not need to be putting them in a higher category of friendship, especially a best friend category, because they're not equated to that level of friendship with you. Their EQ was not there yet.
Throw in the EQ.
Like
I forgot. I don't have my whiteboard. Can you get it for me? Because I want to make sure I'm like capturing everything that everyone's saying.
This one. You're getting this one.
Yes.
All right.
Thank you very much. Okay, so this is where I take my notes on what people are saying and then my thoughts on it, so I don't lose track because there was a bit there.
So one of my favorite points is I like the distinction of I'm not going to match energy any longer, right? Because a lot of times like you're going to give back what they give you, and that's matching energy. Not even going to waste his time with that.
Nope.
Love it. Not even going to waste his time with that. He's going to then move on to relationships that actually value that energy and give back that in full. So I love that. It's like a next level. Don't just match. Yeah. Get rid of those people who like, you're not feeling it, and find people who are going to really value that energy.
Yeah, that's kind of like, it reminds me of like emotional enmeshment, where it's like, oh, this person's feeling, depressed about their life or upset or negative. And then that makes me feel, negative or pissed off or something like that. It's like you're kind of matching their energy or how low they are. And it's like, you don't have to do that. You have your own autonomy. You could be separate from this person, even if like they're your best friend.
Yeah.
You don't have to be down just because they're down, and you don't have to be, pissed off or negative just because they're pissed off and negative.
And
especially if it's toward you, you don't have to match that energy.
Well, but on top of that, it's the what's the investment, right? So like, what is it one side? And I like how he was talking about how one-sided something is, right? And so in that, how one-sided is it? Do you notice it's one-sided? Do you notice, like, are you actually rewriting a narrative for them or not?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And that's what I really like. Like, it's seeing it for what it is and being really intentional in that relationship to go, ooh, what does this look like?
Okay, so here's something that's been coming up for me as well on that topic, because we do want to pay attention, like have some awareness.
Yeah.
If we have reciprocity in our relationships, and we also don't want to be like keeping tabs.
No.
Or stats on like, well, they called me, 5 times this year and or month, and I called them 10, and like you're, like marking this down. That's not healthy for any relationship, intimate or platonic. Right?
Well, but what's interesting about that is that's a feeling, right? Because like if you're looking for equity in a relationship, that's a feeling that you're chasing.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you're feeling distant from this person and you're not feeling satisfied by whatever interactions you're having, and you're asking yourself that question and you're keeping tit for tat, you're doing those things like that, that's already a problem. That's a feeling that you're chasing that you have to then address to have actual quality time or quality engagement and actually stack the bids, to quote Gottman, right? To like you actually have somebody like who has to touch on those points to make it feel like it's actual quality time.
Yeah.
That means that they're not. So like in some way you have to change the relationship, period. So it's not even about
it's a red flag either way.
So even if you're so if you're keeping track, it's already a red flag.
Or you feel like the urge to, because you're like, wait a second, I haven't heard from this person in so long, and I've done all these things to reach out, and they haven't reached. And so it's almost like you're trying to validate that what you already know.
Yeah. So just know it.
Yeah.
So just know it.
And either way, across the board, socially in our communities, politically, in our or in our workplaces, in our intimate relationships, we're no longer striving for equality. We're striving for equity.
Yeah.
And that's going to look different for everyone and what our needs are.
Yep.
And so when I'm looking at these posts and these people sharing their experiences, struggling in relationships, I wonder about the mental health and well-being of someone who isn't engaging. Especially if it's a relationship that didn't have any kind of rupture or anything, or not even necessarily like a change, but just all of a sudden someone's not engaging, and that actually makes me concerned.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And so trying to figure out both, like, how can you be a caring and supportive friend while also making sure that you are receiving that back somewhere. That person might not be able to give it to you, but finding that intentionality and getting that from other types of relationships might be the key.
Sure. But again, if you're unhappy with, if somebody is not okay,
and
they're not taking care of themselves, or there's some other thing that's a barrier to them being a friend to you, and you're not okay with that, it's okay to also then kind of, you can understand it and you can hear where they're coming from, but you need something.
You still have
you can't hold on to that. Yeah.
Right.
So it's going to sound selfish, but you need to take care of yourself.
Yeah.
It's your life. Your job is not to be their caretaker in that.
Yeah.
So like, that's a really important distinction.
I know it's really tough because a lot of people want to, support their friends while they're going through a depressive episode, or their loved ones, or their partner while going through a depressive episode, or a bipolar, or some kind of like addiction or trauma, or, or even like social anxiety. There's just so many things that could be impacting a person and the way they're navigating their relationship with you.
Yeah.
So it's worth to check in with people, of course, and also recognize that, like, while they're going through that and hopefully getting professional support, you also still have, social needs.
Yeah. No.
Right?
You cannot dismiss your needs.
Yeah.
Like, that's the whole thing. So like, you can touch base, you can do those things, but if you need to move on from a relationship that can't give you what you need, that's okay. I mean, again, it's sad. It's going to hurt. This is not something in which you can take lightly and be like, oh, like, I'm just going to move on and constantly like use people like tissue paper there. It's more like, it's more like understanding that there is a grieving process there, understanding what that looks like for you, for them, and moving on when you need to. If they can pick that thread back up when they're able and physically or mentally able, great. But if they're not, that's also okay.
Yeah. And this person threw out the terminology emotional intelligence a couple of times.
Yeah.
What did you think about the creator's use of emotional intelligence under this context?
That's important.
Yeah.
That's the whole way in which you gauge that thing. You
Yeah.
have to have somebody who has emotional intelligence and nuance in their lives, as well as to see that reflected in yours. So it's another aspect of equity where empathy is residing. So
Right.
Yeah.
And when we're talking about emotional intelligence, it's like that awareness of your emotions, other people's emotions, how people are being impacted by things, how you're being impacted by things.
Yeah.
And then the next step is like the regulation or being able to communicate those feelings openly with another person, so they have an idea of what the hell's going on, and what to do next in the relationship. Right?
Yep.
All right. So overall, this one,
I think it's highly therapeutic. I'm a big fan.
Yeah.
Big fan.
We love
Definitely
it.
not trash. I like this one. And I think the interesting thing is that it touches on something else that I really like for this next clip, which is like, this curator has a message to all those strong friends, right? Like, which this adds in that another layer of that emotional intelligence that we're talking about. So this one I love. I already will tell you I love it.
Okay.
But this is the message to all you strong friends out there.
Let's see it.
Press play. Press play.
All of your strong friends think that nobody's going to be there for them because nobody has ever been there for them. You see, strong friends are not just strong by birth, right? We don't just come out of the coochie strong. We don't. We realize that nobody's coming. And it proves over and over and over again, because when we break down, that's the only time that somebody sees us. Then, you should have said something. I did. I did, and I did, and I did, right? But also, in me saying something, I still prioritize someone else's well-being over mine. Why do we do that? We do that because life has shown us that nobody's showing up.
Yeah. And
so then in turn, we don't even show up for ourselves. We get so caught up in trying to keep everybody else secure, ourselves secure, our friends secure, our mother secures, our father secure. Oh, you good? I got it. I got it. I got it. We don't say we got it because we got it. We say it because we know you don't. And that
got chills.
Will send you into an early grave. And that is why I told my daughter today, as I realized, I said, this is my easy child. And mothers, pay attention so you don't replicate the cycle, because this cycle came from my mother, from her mother, down to me, right? And I realized, I said, I am so grateful for my easy child. And I had to tell her, I said, you know what? Stop being easy. When something hurts, say it. When you want to cry, say it. When you are tired of the shit, you just say it. Say it and know you have the space, because you do not have to stay quiet for me to stay comfortable.
Yeah.
Because I will be there for you. I will show up for you. But I had to realize where the hell that came from. So check on your strong friends. But more importantly, strong friends, check on yourself.
So good. So I'm biased. I don't just listen to everything she said. It's amazing. I think there's some generalizations there, like about how a strong friend develops, that
that's true. That's true. So but the generalization around a strong friend is strong because no one was there for them, no one's coming, it's something that they've experienced throughout their lives.
Then there's versions and iterations of that, and there's reasons why these things play out the way they do. That is a very good example of them, but not the only. So that's not the only way that thing happens, but I definitely love this a lot.
Yes.
I possibly feel like it's a little too resonate-y thing.
Same.
So that's pretty good.
It's like a like she's saying everything that I'm experiencing.
It's very validating.
It's very validating.
Validating? That's weird.
That's the word I'm looking.
Yeah, very validating.
Yes.
Yes.
And I hope that message resonates with people and motivates them to actually act.
So if you are the strong friend, I want you to think about what it looks like to take care of yourself. If you are a friend, if you see a friend who is the strong friend, check in with them, not because they're in crisis, not because it's bad, but because you care, and show them that care is there. They don't always need to do the things, because they're also gonna immediately do the thing. It's not your job to fix them. They're gonna go into doing the things.
Yeah.
I
mean, they're functioning.
Yeah.
Right. As strong friends are functioning.
Yes.
And if you're assuming what you're seeing on social media, like obviously, hopefully by now, you know that that's a bunch of curated BS, not intentionally, but I mean, that doesn't tell the whole story. I hope you know this by 2025 after all of the years of social media we've had.
The only truth.
And so hopefully you're not just relying what you see on social media or from what you hear from word of mouth about how someone's doing, or just assuming that someone's doing okay because they're always okay. They always, you know, pull themselves up by their bootstraps and they're resilient and have a lot of grit and have navigated a lot in life. And you know?
All those words, bootstraps, grit, all those. Watch out. No.
Yeah. Check up on each other.
Yep.
Especially those. Do it right now.
Yeah.
Like even just pause
this video.
if you're listening on via podcast or
check
on
in with
demand.
A strong friend. If you're the strong friend, check in with yourself.
If you're listening to our broadcast on DC Radio, mental note. Check out. Think about like who in your life are those strong people that you might be overlooking in the first place.
Yep.
You know,
who just, I mean, and they won't tell you they're not well. They won't tell you that it's hard. They won't tell you that it's difficult. They're going to say, I'm good. How are you? Right. And be like, no, catch me up.
And that was one of the things that I appreciate about this creator is that, and I can't freaking find the word for it, but that they're like calling themselves out, holding themselves accountable for kind of enabling this.
Well, and then breaking the cycle of it in their daughter.
Oh my gosh, the parenting aspect of it for sure. Yeah.
Parents, listen to that. You don't have an easy kid. You have a kid who's not talking to you about something.
Yes.
It's okay for them to be easy and talk about things. It's all right. No.
Honestly, like when they were talking, they labeled the person as the strong person.
Yeah.
I also see this as like firstborns are typically kind of put in this role of like you're the person who's like going to take care of your younger siblings. You're the person who's from a very young age kind of nurtured in this way where it's like there's more expected of you as a child than of the other children around you.
Well, but I mean, that's the thing. The idea is that like in being a firstborn, usually parents have no other context except for like, I mean, for lack of a better, perfection, right? So they're like, this is what a kid's supposed to be.
Right.
And they only have this rubric. Then the second kid, you're like, oh, that's what our kid over here is. Something like that. So the second is compared to the first. The first is compared to perfection. That's really hard. Yeah. And also because it's more an anxious place or space to be because it's your first kid, you're going to be anxious about it.
It's stressful. Yeah.
It's really stressful. It is stressful. It's okay. It's just an exercise in anxiety. It's awful. But because of that stress, they internalize that stress as well. So they're like, okay.
And then they're the strong one.
Yep. So that's also where that comes from. So that's part of the shorthand there. I mean, just it's part of like, that's why in a psychosocial assessment, I'm asking about birth order.
Right.
Yep.
And it's not guaranteed. I mean, research shows like it's really just the nurture. There's nothing, scientific, biological or anything about firstborns that make us this way. Makes us like the quote unquote strong one or
type A's.
The type A's. I would much rather not be a type A if I don't have to be.
Yeah.
And so it's really just about the way that parents end up raising firstborns. But so there's a number of reasons why someone might be the strong friend. So check in with yourself to see, are you the one who openly communicates with others throughout the process of how you're doing, not just at your breaking point, but throughout all of the little ups and downs and inconveniences.
Yep.
And then also check in with people.
Yeah. Well, all right. So
overall,
therapy.
No
more thoughts. Love it.
Yes.
Love it so much. Total therapy. I'm going to steal it and use it in therapy. So if you see me for therapy and I'm quoting this person, you'll know why, because I already told you I love this thing so much.
Yeah.
So great. So therapy for sure.
Good.
Yeah. Therapeutic.
Yes.
For sure.
Obviously, we've said this before, but when we say therapy, we don't mean that like watching social media is actually a replace of therapy.
No.
But we're using it just as an easy way to say therapy.
Use it as understanding a therapeutic aspect or therapeutic
healthy,
idea.
helpful messaging from this creator.
And then you bring this to session and you send me this clip and you go, how do I do this? And I go, hey, this is how we're going to do this.
Right?
Because how do you implement, what do you do for that?
Skills,
when it says check in with yourself, I will help you navigate that space to then how to deal with that. That's my job.
Exactly.
Yeah. So all good. All right. But this is also interesting, right?
Yeah.
So do you want to know if your friendships are actually good for your brain?
Ooh.
All right. So are your people around you, the people you surround yourself, are they good for your brain? All right. You listen to this doc, listen to this creator. I like this guy. Let's hear
That's
what
a
he's gonna
real
say.
thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Our people in our lives have an actual impact in our
Yes.
adult brain.
Listen just tell me what you think. Everybody, what do you think? Do your people affect your brain?
You know that who you hang out with and surround yourself with can literally change your brain and who you are. This isn't just some motivational quote. There's actual neuroscience behind this. You see, your brain is constantly making social comparisons, even when you don't realize it. It's sizing you up against the people around you. If you're around someone who's more disciplined, more skilled, or just doing something you admire, your brain's reward system lights up. But it can also activate pain circuits, like when you feel left behind or not good enough. And that discomfort isn't just emotional, it's neuro, and it often pushes people to improve or adapt. In addition to that, your brain has something called the mirror neuron system. Basically, when you see someone doing something meaningful, like starting a business or crushing a workout or learning a language, your brain fires as if you were doing it. And that's the part why motivation is contagious. And it doesn't stop there. The mirror system connects with parts of your brain that assign value. So suddenly, the things they care about start to feel more important to you too. And it literally shifts your goals. And then there's your medial prefrontal cortex, which is the part of your brain that's involved in how you see yourself. What's wild is that when you're close to someone or aspire to be like them, your brain starts to overlap your identity with theirs. And that's why your environment matters so much. And finally, there's interpersonal synchrony. And think of it as real-time brain-to-brain alignment. When you're talking with someone you admire, your brain activity starts syncing with theirs. And that social alignment actually boosts learning and motivation. It's not magic. It's just your brain being incredibly social and adaptive. In the end, this isn't some post about only hanging out with successful people. It's about being intentional with your environment. The people who challenge you, inspire you, and make you want to grow, they're actually shaping your brain in powerful and often invisible ways.
Yes. Yes.
See what I guess?
You may want to rewatch that one because there was a lot.
So much to unpack there. There was lots of neurotheory there. If you want to know how your brain works and how it goes through things, there are a lot of things to read, do, whatever else.
Do you have any recommendations?
Oh man, so many recommendations. I will have to put recommendations in the comments somewhere.
We'll have links to all the creators that we're
Yes.
reviewing as well, so you could go back to that person's page and I'm sure they have so much more relatable information.
Your brain has so much to do with how you engage and then what the subsequent things are. So like response and stimulus and all this. Yeah.
Isn't that fascinating?
So
I mean, because we always associate like brain development, from infancy to like adolescence, young adulthood, right? The brain's, yes, the brain is like fully formed by like your early 20s. So I don't know why we have cutoffs at 18 because your brain's not even, your executive functioning isn't even there.
That has nothing to do with age. That has nothing to do with age.
And your brain's still doing stuff and still making connections and you could still learn and adapt and grow and it's still being impacted socially and by your environment. And so I love this shout out.
Yes, I loved a lot of this stuff. I think there's a lot of things here to think about. Now, what's interesting is I start thinking about neurodivergence. I start thinking about other things in which you're spending time with other people. What's that like for you? Are you mirroring? Are you not? What does that look like? But I mean, all in all, if you just boil it down to its parts, the people you spend time with are going to affect how you think, how you feel, how you're engaging. And it's really interesting when you kind of start noticing like different interests, different passions that people have. They start to eke into other things. I mean, I'm going to keep on being passionate about all the nerdy things ever. One day you may just catch on. One day. But I don't.
Are you trying to social alignment me?
Yes.
into your nerdy culture?
Yes. One day.
I watch way more sci-fi now.
I know.
I like
it's starting.
I like it. I just don't want to have to like learn fantasy vocabulary and terms and characters.
Soon.
And worlds and what different creatures mean. I have so many other things to learn. That's not where I want to dedicate my time, my learning time. You have to have like when you have to have a whole like vocabulary and like map and everything to a story, it's like it's too much.
Except it's super helpful for a lot of real world things.
I suppose so.
Ha! Anyway, but my point being, there's a lot to be said for like who you bring in your life. What does that look
Yeah.
like? If you're kind of meeting with people who are inspiring you, moving forward, engaging, you're going to feel better about moving forward and engaging.
Right.
The problem with people who are taking risks like this is you'd feel a lot of times, like when I work with C-suite folk, when I work with high performers, the thing is always the same. It is that it feels very lonely and isolating.
Yeah.
Because you are doing something in which most people do not. You're trying things out that most people don't.
Same thing with the creators that we work with as well.
Yeah. Anyone who's a creative, anyone who's anyone who's trying to be delving forward into things like film and TV.
Yeah.
Like they're all kind of this similar personality where you're doing something that's very vulnerable and out there and it feels very alone.
It can. Yeah. If you don't have other people that have similar aspirations or get it. I even felt this way when I was in grad school too. Yeah. So even like when you're going to college, you know,
Sure.
maybe no one else from your hometown is going to college or no one else from your family went to college. That could be a culture shock, you know, and those relationships can get strained for a number of reasons. And you might just find yourself aligning more and being more inspired and wanting to spend more time with people, you know, who are doing things that interest you and
for sure.
that you know, that inspire you.
Yeah. So challenge.
And there's nothing
change.
wrong with that. If anything, we'll go ahead and give you the okay to do that.
Yeah.
It's actually healthy for your brain and for your life overall.
Yeah. So I think there's a lot here that's really cool to unpack.
Yeah.
I think it was almost too much. I wish I could like break it down to the like 3 clips, right? Because we had like social alignment. There
was a brain reward system, the mirror neurons for motivation, the it was medial prefrontal lobe, social alignment, but overall the intentional socialize with people who inspire you. And what I wanted to mention was I like the disclaimer toward the end about like, this is not one of those like bro talks where it's like, go hang out with only like super successful people and billionaires and stuff. Like, no, that's not what the message is here.
Yeah.
It's not like how to, you know, manipulate people and and then like use people. It's purely about continuing to stimulate your brain in a healthy way through your social interactions. And again, being intentional about who you're spending your time with and how you feel around those people and how those people impact you biopsychosocially.
Yeah, right? Totally. Love it.
Yeah.
So very therapeutic. Break it down, notice it, see how it when you're out and about with friends next time, anybody out there, when you're out and about with your friends, notice what parts of your brain are lighting up and see if you kind of notice whether or not you're running into one of these
you
concepts.
can tell that, right? You can tell which parts of your brain.
You can. Just pay attention. Are you more motivated? Are you now interested in something you weren't necessarily interested in?
Are you like zoning out during a conversation? Or does it feel like you're pulling teeth in a conversation? Or does it feel like
now you're adding new layers?
Pull your eyes out in a conversation. Pull your hair out in a conversation.
Now you're adding
what
new
are the
layers
people talking about? Can you redirect the person to talk about something that might be more interesting or inspiring?
Now you're just talking about whether or not somebody's boring.
Well, yeah, that's what I associated with this. I mean,
if
people in my life aren't like inspirational, you know, or interesting, then what's the opposite of that?
Okay.
That might be the ADHD, but
yes,
like
that's the ADHD part. Yeah.
When I talking about like old friends versus new friends or family, going back to old relationships, you're hearing the same stories over and over. It's like same story, just like different decade.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, all right, so
anything new happening?
Yeah. What else can we talk about? You know, and the aspect of feeling alone is very true as well. And so it does take that grieving process of those relationships, or first a radical acceptance of like, these are just who these people are. This is, you know, how they want to live their lives and what they want to accomplish. And they're fine. They're content. And radically accepting that you might want more. What?
No, I'm just like, there's a whole new layer to this that's like about boredom and around being bored in your relationships.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, I mean, like, it makes sense to hang out with people who are inspiring, interesting,
Think about
engaging.
what that's doing to your brain.
I mean, sure.
You talked about your brain lighting up. Imagine, is your brain lighting up when you're in a bored conversation?
What I'm thinking about this is like the intersectionality between neurodivergence, like ADHD and STEM, and like what does it look like to spend time with other people too? So I feel like that's almost a whole new layer in that.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? Like, because like what you find interesting, engaging, and appealing, like it's not always going to be the big hits or new story or new this thing. It's sometimes the basic interpersonal stuff.
Yeah.
So like what lights you up there? Or is it just that you're bored, or what does that boredom look like? Or are you just seeking stimulus? And
yeah, it doesn't have to be like fun, fun new facts.
Okay.
I get that from you every day. But at least,
so even just ADHD compliant.
Even just checking in with someone and their life and what's going on.
Yeah. No, that's
Yeah.
I'm just kind of like looking at the nuance of that, because I think that's also like different layers of like,
and like what their aspirations are, or what their hopes and dreams are, or what their fears are, vulnerabilities. I don't know, like how they overcame them, like all that stuff is can be inspirational. So things to consider. And then if you're if you're noticing that, radically accept it. There's no judgment, it just is. And then make those efforts to go find new people that align more with your aspirations.
Yeah,
right?
Definitely.
That inspire you.
Love it. So, but also you're kind of talking about something that is really important, which is like what do relationships look like over time. And this creator, all right, next video, this creator is touching a little bit on this very quickly. I love this idea, but it's that one. We'll see what you think.
So friendships over time may change.
What do y'all think about this? What do you think about this? What do you think about this changing over time?
Okay. Newsflash. Friendships over time may change. What do you think about that?
Yeah.
How does that make you feel?
Well, you're the one talking about it. Yeah.
Emotionally.
Yeah.
Let's hear.
All right. Tell me fun, man.
When you're an adult.
Here we go.
Friendships when you're an adult are so funny. It's like, I miss you so much. Let's hang out in November.
Short to the point. That's also not funny to me. It sucks.
This is like a painful laugh.
Yes, it's true. But why is this a thing?
It doesn't need to be that complicated. I mean, for us, we travel a lot. We're across the country from a lot of people. And so we had to radically accept we got to make new local friends, because waiting to see our friends like during the holidays doesn't meet all of our social needs.
Sure.
So I get that.
Yeah.
If you're long distance besties. But if you're like
down the street,
let's go hang out in November.
If you're a short trip away.
And so I do have those friends that want to they have their calendars planned out and they want to lock me down for a busy month. Then I'm like, okay, cool. I'll lock you down. And we better be seeing each other before then.
Yeah.
Because
I'll
go to you. That's
so right. Well, but that's the thing. Why is it so complicated? Why are we making it more complicated? Why are we doing more extravagant things? This next guy has an idea about how to change the game when it comes to your friendships.
I'm very excited about this one.
This guy has a good idea.
It has all the answers, huh?
This is the answer to changing relationships.
Okay, no
changing
pressure.
Friendships, no pressure here.
Change my entire life.
Yep, change your entire life.
If I'm not meeting up with friends for breakfast, lunch, or coffee, the only other alternative is to meet them for a drink. And I think we need to normalize just going out for Diet Coke and French fries. You're each gonna get a Diet Coke and split a big plate of French fries. And that is the alternative evening, going out, catching up activity. Because the truth is, I don't drink as much as I used to. Most of my friends don't drink as much as they used to. I have a lot of friends who now don't drink at all. And it's kind of weird because it's I don't really feel like getting a drink either. I genuinely don't feel like a drink today. But also what else are we gonna do if we're not gonna go out for dinner? But what if we just made a solid plan to go somewhere to get Diet Cokes and split a huge thing of French fries, or each get our own French fries? I'm just trying to normalize going out for Diet Coke and fries, specifically going out for Diet Coke and fries. Being oh, let's go for Diet Coke and fries. I guess I want this to be as common as going out for a drink, going out for coffee, going out for a meal, because there's a lot of nights where I'm not going out for dinner, but also I'm not going out for coffee or lunch or breakfast with someone, and so the option is to go grab a drink, but I don't want a drink. But also I want to share something and have that experience of oh, what are you getting? Oh, what are you getting? Diet Coke and fries. Diet Coke and fries.
love this so much.
I love that it's such a simple concept
Yep.
that took him a minute and 12 seconds.
Yes. That was that was
And
30
then how
times.
many
30
times?
times in your brain,
Yeah.
just so you remember it. Diet Coke and fries, everybody. Now
I don't
this-
want Diet Coke.
I know. I don't.
And I can't eat fries that much.
Yeah. I don't.
I would take if it was up to me, Mexican Coke and fries. You know?
Yeah. Something weird's happening.
Oh, it's frozen.
Oh no, you're
frozen.
I know, this is bizarre.
Are you really here? Is this a glitch
Oh
in
my
the
God.
Matrix? Oh, because we're on split screen.
Oh, how'd that happen? Oh man.
Wait,
Oh,
why is because we were on split
Okay.
screen?
I don't know what we did. Oh boy, what's happening here? Oh man,
What?
that is bizarre.
You're stuck on split screen because I stopped sharing.
Oh man.
That's creepy. I'm glad you brought that to my attention because I'm like, why are you interrupting my banter right now?
I know. I'm so scared.
Okay, I'm gonna share, and then I think you're just frozen for forever.
Oh my goodness.
I'm gonna edit this out for our DC radio show because they'll have no idea what I'm talking about.
Oh my god.
But for those of you who are watching us live, or
I am not frozen. I'm very cool statue there.
come
but-
over here to my side.
Hi everybody. Here I am. This is
How
great.
are we gonna continue this show?
I don't know, but
But at least you're frozen in like a handsome, is it broody? Is that a word?
broody.
Yeah.
I have a half smile.
A handsome broody, way. It's
My
not
eyes
like
are really big. I got pale. Aren't I? Sorry.
that's what I keep on telling you. That's why I keep on pulling these up when we're outside. How are we gonna
I
continue
don't
the
know.
show like this?
I have no idea. This is so great. Wait, hold on. We're gonna quickly do this thing. All right, ready? We're gonna go off,
Up.
and we're gonna go back on.
It's still stuck.
It didn't do it. It didn't do it. How did that happen?
Oh, restream.
Oh,
You have been giving me so many problems,
that is so funny.
and this is one of them.
This is so funny.
And I'm calling you out right now because of the number of
Oh,
problems
so
I've had with you.
Restream.
But I don't want to have to like relearn another platform, and I don't want to have to train my assistant to learn another platform as well.
All right. So going on to Diet Coke and fries, love that so much. Diet Coke and fries, brilliant idea. I think it's a very cool way to do this. Try that.
Whoa.
Whoa.
And we got rascals.
Hey.
You leave it.
It
Little
upset her.
intermission.
It upset her.
Little intermission.
Why are you upsetting her? There we
Okay.
go. We're gonna switch.
Rascals. Yeah, now that
All right.
one's not working.
Nope. It is done with you.
Okay.
All right. So we're going back to
Coming from over here.
over here. All right, cool. Let's do this.
All right. So like
So-
we were talking about.
Yeah. So Diet Coke and French fries, brilliant idea. It doesn't have to be for Coke and fries, but think about how easy, what an easy lift that is.
Yeah.
You just find a spot. Even coffee or whatever else, but just make it something easy, casual, whatever else. Coffee is usually a specific time. Oh, I can't drink coffee in the afternoon or whatever
Right.
else. Like coffee shops also close really early. Going to a all
I want to
24-hour
talk about.
diner.
I want to talk about how this is common around like other cultures.
It is.
It is common to just go grab tea or to go grab boba or just to go like
Or like a hookah bar. I know that sounds weird, but like
depending on
like,
your health goals
your
and
or
needs.
just
But
but culturally, like I'm not even
Yeah.
talking about in the U.S., but like in Middle Eastern, like all like going and sit around. I'm thinking like in my head, I'm
you
thinking
have
Morocco.
like you have your
but-
you have your go-to thing that you're consuming and sharing together. You're breaking bread together,
Yeah.
right? And it doesn't have to be a whole as meal.
Yeah.
You can literally just let's go out and get some bread.
I really just want to go get fries.
Oh my gosh, I really.
We're
want
gonna
fries
leave and go
too.
get fries after this.
Okay, but we're gonna get my fries, In and Out.
No,
Let's go out and get In and Out together.
no, I want real fries. We're going to a diner and we're gonna get real fries. But
So, yes.
Yes.
And this isn't like, and I think they realize this. Like, this isn't brand new. I think it might be just an issue with us here in the States or
But I
Western
think-
civilization.
but I think the point is like there's a lot of emphasis on like really planning something structured or something intense.
Yeah.
You do not have to do something structured or intense. It could be something just like you go to a thing, you sit there, you hang out, you eat some fries, you have a drink, have a Coke,
Yeah.
and do whatever or whatever drink you want, and just that's it.
I like my trips to the nursery. Let's go look at plants together.
That's fine.
We could always
too.
use a new plant.
But I mean,
and they don't have to be super expensive. It could be the same cost as a Coke and fries. And then you don't have, if you're not hungry.
Yeah.
But I get what they're saying. So the goal is, the mission. Your mission is, if you take anything away from this,
do not fall in the trap of making, like, having to do larger, bigger things, an entire meal at a time thing. Don't have to plan a day around.
It doesn't even have to be a whole hour.
Yeah.
It could be like my best friend and I used to like meet up in the mornings on our way to work, because we had we kind of like our commute intersected at one spot, we realized. And so, and I'm not a morning person, so you can imagine how well I did. Like, this was fun for me.
She's not a morning person.
But it was a nice way to start off my day, to like meet up with them and then like grab I'm going to grab my coffee for the day anyways, you know, and we didn't get to have that much time together, but we get to see each other on a regular basis for, you know, 5-10 minutes, however long it's taking to grab our coffee and chat.
That's meaningful. That's the important part. That's what I think of. I think of this being something really, and honestly, I love the idea. Again, I'm going to go back to French fries. The reason why, here's another reason why, because there needs to be something in around the 24-hour diner that needs to come back in a huge way, where people are part of a community. You go to your local diner, you go to a spot, you do these other things. Like Mel's Diner is an institution in Los Angeles for just being that spot you go to for French fries and something else in the middle of the night, like, or pie.
Not everyone can eat this type of food.
It doesn't matter. So get whatever you need to, but it's a good point. It's a good way to like bond, like grabbing a slice in New York, or grabbing anything, or grabbing Ben's Chili Bowl in DC. You don't need to grab Ben's Chili Bowl in DC. But
grab a little snack.
A snack. But the whole point is, it shouldn't be extravagant. It shouldn't have to be this whole thing.
Let's just make our lives and our relationships easy.
Smaller touch points.
Yes, smaller touch points.
Yep.
I like that.
That's what I think of. That's why I like it. I think it's more useful that way. And then our last clip of the evening, just to keep yourself accountable, or maybe not accountable, but to remind yourself that not everybody out there is great for you. This creator has some words of wisdom. I love this.
Are you leaving us on a low point? Not everyone's great for you.
Yep. I want
you on a low point.
Yep. No.
Some people suck.
Some wise wisdomsy things. I like this one. Makes me laugh too. Go for it.
Is it going to align with like some people are going to bore you?
A little bit, maybe not. I don't know. I think you think boring is criminal, so yeah, let's do it.
Okay, wait. So what is it?
It is all about. This last clip is all about learning from others and allowing yourself to learn from others.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gentle reminder that some people's purpose in your life is literally just to serve as an example of what not to be. So give yourself the gift of learning from other people's mistakes, because it's a lot cheaper that way.
Okay, this takes. I have a lot to say about this.
See, I told you.
Okay, listen, people, listen. Research is based off of thousands. Oh, wrong camera. Research is based off of thousands of people who are properly studied and investigated. And so when we want to learn from people, especially, turn to research.
Yes.
Don't just turn to anecdotal small time experience of what you've seen in your life. The more people you could learn from, like, you have the ability to learn from thousands of people about really just about anything.
Yep.
Even more ladies' topics these days.
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't understand why people are like so fixated on just like their experience or like or just limiting their worldview or their lifestyles or how to do things to like the small group in their lives, when you could like actually like, yes, learn from them in a really intentional way to see if it fits with you, kind of question things for yourself and expand that to learn from thousands of other people, all either within your culture.
I did not see your take on this coming at all. I'm like, where are you going with this?
Because
this woman said,
learn from people.
Learn from the people in your life that are being
too.
Idiots. And you go, some people's jobs in your life is to be the moron in your life. And you're going to be like, no, I don't want to do anything that you're a part of. And you don't have to like them at all. This is not friends. These are just people.
Yes.
And you go, forget it.
Yes. And
Research.
learn from all the thousands of people that we've studied.
You took this to a nerdy level that I did not see coming at all.
Believe in research, because imagine, like, you learn so much from the people that you observe if you are actually observing them.
She's like, people are stupid. Learn from the stupid people, and you're like, research is great. I love your nerd.
It's like, yes,
you're
and
such a nerd.
Because think about it.
I am thinking about it.
Within your circle, if you are learning from those people, how valuable that is, and like quadruple big number that, and learn from other people so that way you don't have to suffer. Please. That's why research is so valuable, because you don't have to make the same mistakes. You could just like pick up from where the research left off, you know. Hi, sweet girl.
Even the dog says you're a nerd. Even the dog says you're a nerd. That's hilarious. So I think as
it needed to be said
on an individual level, I think it's very important. I think it's really important to say, hey, these are people in my life that I'm just going to learn from, and I don't need to deal with your crap. And this is just not for me. Yeah, I think that's enough. For me, that was enough. But research is also good.
And just because you see people in your lives like making certain decisions and going down a certain path doesn't mean that like you have to follow that same path or make those same mistakes or carry on the same patterns.
True.
You know, you can do stuff different.
Yes.
And that's the take you should have for today.
Today's hot take. Do stuff different.
Do stuff different than different.
Do stuff
other things
different. If you're gonna take up anything today, do stuff different.
With intention.
Yep. Brought to you by Wit and Reason. Do stuff different.
We had all winners today.
I know. It was my fault.
No, that was great.
I picked all winners.
That's good.
Yeah.
Because sometimes we could get too hot and heavy and sassy in the show. And now it's nice to just kind of like positive vibes.
But I feel like they're all good messages.
Yeah.
They're all good messages.
They're all great. So value your energy.
Yes.
Overall, by being really intentional, be observant, not non-judgmental, just observe, you know, see how you feel around certain people, see what's working for you in certain relationships, what's not. And then, yes, it's going to feel uncomfortable.
No, you got to do it this way. 5 tips to change your life, right? Number 1, be intentional with the people you're spending time with. Number 2, make sure that you are reciprocating the energy in which you have from other people. Number 3, make sure that you are actually engaged back and forth and checking in with yourself and taking care of yourself, so you're not just alone as that strong friend. Number 4, the people that you're spending time with really do matter and change your brain chemistry. Number 5, don't waste your time on big things and other friendships, because I'm going to combine this with number 6, which is fries and Diet Coke. And 7, which is learn from people.
Both in your close circle and beyond.
Yep. And that was 7 tips. You got 2 for free.
Bonus tips.
Yeah, 5 tips.
That should work for all the quick scrollers out there.
Yep.
Until next time, my friends, every Tuesday, 6 p.m. Pacific.
Western times. Giddy up.
6 p.m. They have horses on the East Coast. 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. East Coast, every Tuesday. Damn it, Eastern. Every Tuesday, we are live on YouTube for sure. Instagram, it's been
probably
consistent.
There, Facebook.
Facebook, TikTok,
and sometimes TikTok.
Yeah, we get to surprise.
We get banned on TikTok.
And then if you miss our show or came in late, you get it immediately on demand on our YouTube channel, witandreason.com/@witandreason. Like, subscribe. I forgot to remind you to do that throughout. Check out all of our resources and our links in our bio. And thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you next week. We have to tease next week's show.
Yeah.
So let's talk about community stuff.
We're talking community next week, and we're going to give you 5 tips on how to build the best communities.
Yay.
Yeah.